can't tell if the chemistry's good by looking at it. It wasn't clear yesterday. For the last time, the saltwater pool is a chlorine pool.
This is the Talking Pools podcast with pool pros from every region in the country. If it happens in a pool, you'll hear about it here. Everything from tips and hacks to the latest tricks and trends. Breaking news, we lay it on the line. We tell it like it is because we think you deserve to know.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good whatever time of the day it is that you are listening. You are listening to Mondays Down Under on the Talking Pools podcast, and we are really grateful to have you join us today. My name is Lee, and I'm the pool shop coach. I am joined, of course, by my partner, single partner in crime today, and that is Nick in Brisbane. Hey, Nick, how are you?
Yeah, good, Lee. How are you? Feels a little bit different with only the two of us here today.
I know.
No
it's so
special
quiet.
guests.
Special guests and no Shane. Shane hopefully will be joining us again shortly, just while he's dealing with some things going on in life. So totally get it. So we wish you well, Shane. If you are listening, we miss you and
Most
can't wait to
definitely.
have you back. But when we're recording this show is going to be launched Monday before Splash. So we're only a couple of weeks away.
Very exciting. Counting down.
Oh, now I always laugh because I don't think I've missed one in 28 years. How should say for those who don't know what Splash is the trade show of our industry in the Southern Hemisphere. It's held every 2 years on the Gold Coast, generally in August. I wish they'd move it back to July. And yeah, it's certainly, for me, it's always something that I've never missed. Always go there with great interest in learning about what's new in the industry, what's on offer, obviously connecting with other industry colleagues and friends. How long have you been going to them for, Nick?
As long as I can remember. I think one of the first ones, it was at the convention centre, but all the way out the back. It was only very small back then. But
Was it in partially in two buildings? Was it that one
Yes.
where Ross Palmer had his race car in the side building? Was it that?
I can't remember.
Maybe not.
I can't remember that far back.
Never forget that Ross Palmer, who was the owner of Pool Right Australia, was sponsored. I think it was the V8s. Yeah, it was, and so it was green, which is with yellow and lettering. Oh no, actually, was it white? But anyway, had the Pool Right logo on it. I'm sure it was yellow, and yeah, it was the trade show. So
I wonder if it had a different name. Did it have a different name so it went faster or something like that?
But no, I remember going to, I think it was my very first one. It was in a hotel foyer. I think it was probably like the Mantra or something like that on the Gold Coast. And it was when Splash used to be owned by a husband and wife team. The full history of Splash.
No, I don't.
Splash was originally started by a husband and wife team that had a service business and then a retail store. I think they were based in the Gold Coast. And for some reason, I think her name was Pauline, but I could be wrong. And they started off the trade show, which was obviously to sort of take on. And I think the trade show grew and then it was taken over by a group. They were into something. It started with an I, definitely remember that. And Intermedia, I think, is what their company name was. And then more recent times, it's taken over by the Swimming Pool and Spa Association, which I think was a really good idea, bringing it all together. But yeah, it's always been something that I've loved to do. So I've gone from seeing the trestle tables with a few items on it to seeing cars in foyers and also a 2-story their chemicals and everything underneath set up like a mini shop, and then on top
and
then another year they had slinkies hang. So yeah, the
Matronics had that big dolphin display tank that you could walk under that basically took up the whole.
yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and they actually had dolphin pool cleaners in it. It was sort of
Yep.
like for want of a better description, because we're describing this obviously over audio, but it was a big rectangular, and it had two uprights, and then it went across over above your heads, and it was big enough to fit the dolphin pool cleaners in. And I think they actually had two in the top above everybody's heads. That was pretty cool.
When we moved shop, we almost got that. We almost got it was stacked away at Matronics, and we almost got it to try and make it a display at the store. Just didn't ever work out.
Oh well, I loved at Focuses when they had slinkies. They had slinkies, so the slinkies meaning the spiral.
It's a slinky, isn't it? It's
spring. It's a spring,
Oh,
like
spring.
a spring. So it's like actually slinky trade show. And I think it was all around the edges of the display roof trade show. You can make.
I would have never have joined those two dots. Never.
So yeah, some fun things like that. But yeah, Floridra always do a great display. I love the ones that sell coffee. Oh, no, actually, they don't sell it; they give it away. I've had coffee, popcorn,
slushies.
Both slushies. I really wanted to hijack their slushy machine and put vodka in, or turn them into frozen margaritas at 4. But yeah, everyone likes to bring out beer o'clock.
We've always had good times with the techs down there, and make it a nice fun day to get your year's worth of pens from different suppliers. Yeah. It would be, you make sure you get a pen from every supplier, but it would always be good to encourage the techs to go talk to people. And it's go get your pens and, get your hats and your stickers or rulers.
Drink bottles.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I've still got Adrian from Spartex's. I've got his ruler sitting on my desk. I think that's from Splash a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I think even Reese was handing out thongs last year. We got a set of thongs and bum bags. And so, there's plenty of promotional items to get amongst.
Yes, absolutely. The pens are always useful. I've received USB sticks are always a good one too. And you can never have enough rulers. They always seem to go missing in the office, and pens. So some great freebies. And of course, everyone has beer coolers, can coolers, drink bottles, all of those sort of things. I think even one year I think Matronics had sunscreen.
Oh, yeah.
Little could clip onto like your belt loop sort of thing. Those, so great freebies.
I'm lucky that I just have to throw it in the car.
Oh, one year. What year was it? I think it was 2014. Sorry, So 2014, we had two conferences and the trade show all in a matter of a week and a half. There was one trade show one conference before the trade show and one after it. And we actually took home quite a haul of awards between the two suppliers, and the trade show was incorporating the national awards, and I won awards there too. So some
of them look heavy as well.
Heavy, and one of them was actually that big. So I had that, and I had Matronics President's Award and Retailer of the Year and something else, and one from Focus, and it was just like, oh my Lord, how am I going to get all of this home? I'm going to be so over my baggage allowance. And then all the brochures and the pens and everything else you accumulate. So we actually had to take a heap of our clothing, and we took all our black ties while you're up there. Say they all my awards made it home, even the photo, the big picture frame, made it home unscathed. They were well padded with the echo. Always great trade shows. And I like to take our staff too. For us, it was a bit more of a trip because, of course, I'm 1,500 kilometres away from the Gold Coast. So it's actually 2 different plane flights, or a 6-hour drive and then a plane flight. And so always a great expense to take our staff with us. But what we did is we took a different staff member each time it was on, but we always took one, and they all loved it. All came away with their eyes so wide open as to how diverse and how large our industry is. And really that I think some people sort of have the mentality, and hopefully not many of them. Hopefully we will change them slowly but surely. But some people see it as a short-term job, not a long-term job. So therefore, like it is a job that you can really stay in. It's an industry you can really stay in. But people don't really understand how big and how diverse the industry is until they actually go to something as big as Splash and see it with their own eyes and realize that it's not just them with their single pole backing a pool or scooping out leaves. The industry is actually quite massive.
Yeah. No, especially the techs and the younger techs that have only just started out, or they're not seeing the sales reps, they're not talking to the guys, and they might not be across the latest Splash magazine or read it. So for them to go down there, you can, as I said, they get a lot out of it. And so I was one of them back in the day, and I remember looking forward to it every couple of years, and getting a lot out of that couple of days.
Like just the staff going and seeing the products firsthand that they might not normally, as you say, get exposed to. Seeing the different, even things like underground rollers, automated blankets, flat covers, so many different things that they can be open to. The latest and greatest in products. Like we talked about that a few weeks ago when we went through the Splash magazine, the latest edition at that time, with all some of the new product releases that are coming out, and talking to different people. Like I was even talking to Peter from Buffer Zone today, and he's got something that he's launching at Splash.
No, I don't even know about that.
A new version. So you'll have to wait and see some exciting developments. Not necessarily a new product for Pete, but a new development within his software program, and so there's lots of things that you get to see. Personally, I'm facilitating a forum, 2 on the Wednesday and 1 on the Thursday, and the topic that I'm facilitating is business growth through customer service and excellent customer experience.
Do I drop your name at the door to get in for free or something like that? Do I say I know Lee?
You can try the masterclasses. There, if you're a Sparza member, the masterclasses are available. I think there's $75 for access to the masterclasses. There's about 4 different ones. They're on 2 different times on the Wednesday and another time on slot on the Thursday. So each segment will be there 3 times. So you'll have the opportunity to switch around, and they're all on at different times. So you can actually go from one to the other. So quite easy to do. And then of course inside Splash, they actually are silent where you can actually hear the speakers and the noise that's going on in the trade show. So that will be really good, and lots of great topics there too. And if there's any builders listening, there's actually a contracts class. So Spiros is actually running a contracts masterclass. So that is an additional cost, but Spiros is worth paying every single cent.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
So some great things. And like you say, completely great for the staff, motivates them, encourages them, inspires them. And let's face it, we're coming out of winter. Winter can be somewhat uninspiring for staff. For us as managers and business owners, we run around still probably, got to get this done over winter, got to get this done. We can see summer is only, like, let's face it. Next 2 weeks, let's say, from spring, which means summer is knocking on the door. You got up on the 1st of September and I've got to do something about it. So our business really started running from the 1st of September, and it's knocking.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Because it's if there's no extra things in place to make it better, then just asking for trouble. So we're trying. We are definitely trying, and hopefully we get there.
Yeah. I travel around the suburbs, test kit in my hand. Lee from the pool shop coach, he's the best in the land. Nick from Brisbane called me, said make the pH wild. Got the skimmer and the net, gonna make that pool smile. 'Cause we're pool we balance that chlorine. Arvo, pool pros, lying down under Lee and Nick, gonna keep them bluer.
I was talking to a client of mine today, a new client actually, and she was just saying like, I've got so much on my plate at the moment. And she said, and I'm so worried about how I'm going to juggle that coming into summer, like when I'm in the throes of the season.
Yeah.
She's a relatively new business owner or been in this particular position. She's been involved with this business for a while, but in this position, relatively new, and she's sort of still trying to grasp how to manage her time productively. If I can't get it done now, what hope have I got through summer? So we're talking about what things can she put in place, what to do. What are better done by somebody else? Not necessarily knowing who that somebody else is, but knowing what can be done by somebody else, what shouldn't be done by you, and also what is the best and most profitable use of your time. She also is a classic for being distracted. My red.
Yep. They're still there. They're still there at work.
Headphones theory, and one of his co-managers, George, they were constantly distracted. They're in an open office that I was speaking to today, as I was. And it is so hard to switch yourself off and get your head into work. You seem to keep your ears open and you hear what's going on around you, and you can't help but be distracted. And there is like evidence that shows that if you're distracted from what you've got your head in, it takes you a good 15 minutes to get back into what you've got to get done. Nick, actually, I do know about you. The amount of times that you and I would have got this through the day. So the red headphones is my way of cutting out the outside noise. So noise cancelling technology these days is brilliant, and you want them to be red because then that acts as a visual for your staff that, Lee's got a red earphone on. I can't disturb her. It means do not disturb me. I'm in the zone. I need to get shit, and I'm cutting out the outside noise. And for me, it worked really well.
Sometimes you just need that 15 minutes. You just need that 10 minutes to finish off that email or send that order or do something along those lines, and just using that tool to no one come near me. Let me get this finished, and then I'll be available to sort out the problem or the issue or whatever.
Absolutely. And the thing is, what would they do if you weren't there? They would find another means. They probably annoyed George, let's face it. If you weren't there, they would find another means, or they would write a note, or they would ring a supplier, or they'd ring another staff member if there's no one else in the premises that they can consult. There's other ways and means to handle the situation. So one, you can ask your staff, well, what other options have you got here? And then they need to treat it like you're not there. So that means if the phone rings and someone says, hey, I need to speak to Nick, it's like, Nick's got his red earphones on. No, sorry, Nick's not here. I take a message, or can somebody else help you? So instead of Nick, so-and-so's, you cut that sort of stuff out. And
Tell them I'm not here.
Yeah, and usually when you
yes, it's happened.
So there's ways and means. So red headphones, but that's what I was dealing with today with helping this lady make some changes in her business, take some things off her plate, decide what could be done by somebody else, and also putting simple things into place like some.
Don't speak about Outlook. Outlook's broken at the moment, so that's another disaster from today. I know, it's just so scary. It's so scary changes like Apple and Android. I don't know.
I know, but you know what? When you make those changes, it was like when I changed from mild to zero. If I could have, I probably would have. But ask me a few months later, 6 months later, 12 months later, it wouldn't have mattered. The answer would have been yes, 100 times yes.
I've got to rip that Band-Aid off, I think.
Yeah, I think you need to rip.
It works. It works. It's got character.
Yes, yeah. But no, winter is a time that obviously we want to use the time productively. But you and I talking earlier that it's also a time that a lot of teams can actually I suppose, have some changes. And I don't know about you, but I did find that winter was a time that, well, actually coming out of winter, if I was going to lose a staff member, it was usually as we went into summer. And one, you're always pissed off because you just carried them through winter. But two, you got to the busy season and you actually needed them and were relying on them being there. And all of a sudden that's like, oh, they remember what hard work is from last summer and they don't want to do it. But then other people like us go, winter is a time to be productive. And yes, it looks different, but it's a time that we can actually recharge the batteries, reinvigorate, and that's what Splash is great for, reinvigorating.
Most definitely.
And then start the season fresh and inspired and motivated, and that's what's great. That's what I think's great about Splash.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I don't know that I've got a few things coming up. How have your last couple of weeks go with our listener?
I'm back on the tools. I'm installing heaters. I'm doing lifting heavy things and digging and all of the fun stuff. So yeah, look, we've had a good spread recently, a bit of commercial stuff, working on a fountain as well, which is pretty interesting. That's brought up its own challenges, mainly that it was all completely installed wrong, the chemical dosing system. So I don't see how it ever worked properly to begin with because it was installed basically backwards. Yeah, and they had another company maintaining it. They would come 3 times a week, and I don't really know what they did, but I just got there and I'm like, this is all wrong. Like, you know, this, why doesn't this work? Why doesn't this work? It's got a free chlorine probe that doesn't work. There's acid feeder. It never worked.
Must be a fairly big water feature then.
It's about 30,000 litres, I think it is. Yeah, spread across 2 sort of shallow pools, if you would call them that. So, yeah, it's been pretty interesting to replumb it and get it all back up and working and try and get it onto remote monitoring and set up Wi-Fi and all of those type of things. So, yeah, that's been a pretty interesting sort of task. So I can add fountain. I've only done a couple of fountains, so that's another interesting one.
And so is it a liquid chlorine or?
It's actually got a saltwater chlorinator on it, a 50-gram Hayward saltwater chlorinator, which never worked because it, once again, wasn't set up properly.
Right.
Yeah.
How long has it been not working properly for?
I as long as it's got to be at least 6 years, I think. But the Aquarius controller had some repairs done to it, let's say 2 years ago. But I dare say someone attempted to get it fixed because they thought it was broken, the machine, but it wasn't working because it wasn't plumbed in correctly. So, and no one picked up on it.
So please tell us, how was it plumbed?
So with the inlet of the chemical dosing system, so it was just out of the pump, which is fine. But the outlet of the Aquarius was feeding back through to the inlet of the pump. So let's say it dosed acid and the acid would come straight back into the pump, get sensed by the dosing system and then not add acid. Oh. The other thing is it actually creates a bit of a vacuum on the system as well. So it just doesn't run properly. Yeah. So.
Crazy.
Yeah, commercial pool installer did it. I won't mention names, but yeah, it just would never have worked in that setup. It would just never have worked. So yeah, I looked at all the plumbing, how they plumbed it in. There wasn't a lot of couplings, there weren't lots of joiners or anything. So someone's just installed it incorrectly and it's never worked from day one.
And it's been like that for how long did you say?
It's got to be over 5, 6, 7 years, something like that.
Finally, they've got the right man on the job, clear.
Yep, so got it all fixed up, plumbed it in correctly, got the saltwater chlorinator going, replaced a couple of probes, and yeah, it's all working as it should.
And what sort of?
It's no reflecting pool, but it's my reflecting pool, a little bit smaller.
Did they sand filter, cartridge filter?
Cartridge filter. I should send you the photo of the cartridge. I don't think the cartridge would have been cleaned in 1 year, 2 years, something like that. And so they had another company going there 3 times a week. 3 times a week.
Wow. They're probably starting to wonder what the...
Yeah. Well, it's black tile as well. So there's all like the calcium marks where they've just been throwing the cal hypo just straight into the pool fountain. So that looks, terrible. But it's getting there. It's a bit of a work in progress. But yeah, one of the other techs, Brendan, he spent 3 hours there cleaning it, pulling off covers and all for a tiny little fountain.
Well, I'm sure that they're glad that they've got you guys on the job now. And
Almost.
brings us to an end for today's podcast. Was there anything else you wanted to share with our listeners?
No, come and say hello at Splash if they see it.
It's always good. And yeah, it's actually, I was only speaking to a student yesterday who said, I listened to the podcast.
Oh, cool.
People let us know. We sit here, we record, we talk. So we really appreciate that. And remember, if you have any questions, any suggestions, any topics that you would like us to cover, please drop us an email at talkingpools@gmail.com, and Rudy will dish that out to the most applicable host of the show, or if in particular you want us to answer it, of course you can direct that email to. We hope that we get to see you all at Splash. We do have some more great co-hosts joining us in the coming weeks. So we look forward to having you join us again for some great topics. And actually, we're hoping to record at Splash, or little bits and pieces at Splash. So if you come and say hi, we might even record a little bit of a session with you. And so definitely seek us out. I will be on the buffer zone stand at Splash if you want to come and say hi, or I'll be in the forums, or I'll just be floating around. So, and Nick will be there with his Redlands shirt on, I would imagine. The team.
Yeah, we normally split up the team, so we normally have half and half. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how we're going to work it this year, but yeah, we'll be there. I'm excited to see Shane and put a body to his face. It would be good to catch up, and yeah, looking forward to it most definitely. And to see you, Lee, of course. I haven't seen you in so long. And Scott's coming, obviously.
No, he's not. So no, I've got a big week of work while I'm up there. So that because I will be otherwise occupied with work, that he won't be coming on this trip. So this will actually be, I think this is actually the first or maybe the second Splash. There was another Splash that he didn't make it to, that I went with with staff members instead. So, but yeah, he will definitely miss saying hi to all his mates that he's with for years. So, but anyway, thank you very much, listeners, for joining us. You've heard us natter on today, but we hope that you will join and come to Splash. And if you do, most certainly say hello. And if you're not going to Splash, make sure that you put it in your calendar for 2 years' time. So it's only held every 2 years. So in 2 years' time, probably in August, but hopefully July, for the next trade show. And try and think about bringing your team if you've got some. If you've got a team, even if you can only bring one team member with you, it's well worth the investment. So anyway, until next week, thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Nick, for joining me.
Thanks, Lee. Bye.
And we will see you all next week. See ya.
I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you for listening today. I'm hoping you enjoyed the episode as much as we enjoyed putting it together for you. Listen, it's been a couple of wacky, crazy, screwed up years from pandemic to Poolmageddon. I just want you to know that we are all in this together. If there's anything that we can do for you, send me an email at talkingpools@gmail.com. Again, that's talkingpools@gmail.com. We're here. This is your podcast. We are the Pool People's podcast, of the Pool People, for the Pool People, by the Pool People's podcast. This one is about you. So thank you for tuning in and listening. Do me a favor, click subscribe before you go. That way you don't miss an episode.